Oh my gosh, so I heard that there was an ideal way to plan weddings. Well, yeah, you could say that with me being a wedding planner, uh, I would happen to know. Number one tip, hire me or someone just like me. But I was kind of just looking for something like a schedule, maybe pink, like, really short A4 page, tick boxes. You get what I'm feeling. So you think that all of the tasks that could possibly be needed to be done is going to fit in a tiny A4 page? Yeah, okay. Let's break this down and save your wedding. Hello there everyone, I am Celestia Rax and welcome to today. So today we are talking about ideal wedding planning, if it wasn't clear from the first skit, and I have a whole bunch of wedding planning magazines, like this, just to prove that not only am I a wedding planner, but I read about this stuff all the time. Wedding planning, well, if you're a bride doing it yourself, if you haven't gotten the services of a wedding or events management company, you have probably picked up at least one of these and then gone and looked at it and been like, there are so many tasks. Let me try and find a picture of one. Pictures. Ah, there we go. Okay, picture calendar. Ta-da! Okay, so, and depending on the magazine, some of them will start right from the engagement, actually choosing your ring, going all the way to the honeymoon. Yes, all the way to the honeymoon, sorry, got confused. But all the way through. It depends, honestly, on what type. Some of them just start with, yeah, you're engaged, but this one starts with choosing your ring. Okay, so that is the beginning. However, we will be discussing some of the things that you need to know so you can do the minimum of planning with the maximum of impact. Because I'm all about keeping it simple, and you're all about getting to the basics, or rather getting to the point and just living your best life, which I can completely understand. You need to have your priorities. It's a bit weird. This should actually be your start of your planning, but having some kind of a thing that says, this is what's actually important to me, makes your planning a whole lot easier. If you know your photographers and your videography is the most important thing to you, then you know that you're going to spend a lot more time researching photographers and videographers than you are florists, because you're not as interested in flowers. However, if the floral and the decor is the most important thing, then you're going to spend a lot more time researching and budgeting and thinking about that in total. Sorry, if I look down, it's because my dog's decided to join in. She's not going to pose or anything, but she's here, providing moral support to you and your wedding, regardless of where you are. Okay, so having some kind of a clear vision is important. The second thing is to remember that it is one day, or if you're someone who has a 3-day wedding or a vacation style wedding, then it's a little bit longer, but it is one event within your life, and you will have many other events. However, this is an event at a scale of magnitude that you probably won't plan on the regular. It is also something that could be seen as, it is a very important rite of passage within most people's lives, and it is special to your parents, family members, friends, just those who hold near and dear. So it's important to really get perspective in the sense that it is just one day, but also that it is a very special event within your life. So you will think about it and stress about it a little bit more. Third, you don't have to turn it into a bridezilla, although I think that thing's a bit overrated and yeah, it's a bit problematic of a term, but that's for a video of another day. But through careful planning, remembering priorities, remembering that this day is one day out of the hundreds and thousands of bajillions of days you will live in your life, and that you should also just breathe. You can get through this. Okay? So, let's do the wedding planning timeline. First things first, you're going to sit, do your exercises. If you want, you can go onto my site and download the wedding planning priorities exercise sheet. I will see if I can link it down in the YouTube description as well. Download those wedding priorities workbook for you and your partner, and then also the wedding vision. So where you know, this is what was most important to us, and this is what I want the day to overall look, feel, smell, all those things like. So then you have those things sorted out. From there, you now have the most important vendors to you, or rather partners, and then you have the ones that, you know, are, I don't want to say they're not essential, but they're not essential to your event. Okay? From there, you're going to go and figure out the budget. You're going to do the big budget talks, because that is extremely, extremely important. You need to have some kind of idea of how much money you have available to spend. Whether you're having the budget talk with just yourself and your partner, or you're including your families, make sure to have that budget talk next. Okay, so from there, you're going to want to nail the most important things. Where is it going to take place? So find a venue that fits obviously with your theme or vision. Then, and pick a date. So pick your date, go find your venue. There we have it. And usually your venue at the same time, most of them have packages that will include your food and or at least some of the beverages, if not all of them. And then they will also have like some of the basics of the decor, if not partners that they recommend. And then they will also typically include one or two nights, depending on whether you're having a more of a destination wedding or a venue that is near your house. It may have like a bridal suite for the night, or you may choose to have your honeymoon at the destination, depending. So find out what exactly the venue offers, because then you may be able to tick off multiple things. But the first things you have to make sure you have is a place, a date, a place, and then obviously what people are going to eat, what they're going to drink. Okay? Will there be tablecloths? Those type of things. The decor has to happen at some point. Okay. Then, if you are religious, you're probably going to want to sign up for some kind of marriage course. Oh, wait a second. Okay. Book a church if you are not getting married at a venue. If you're already part of a church or religious body, then you will probably want to notify your pastor or religious officiant if you have not already that you are engaged, and then they will probably advise you to sign up for a premarital course or premarital workshop, which is advised. Propose to your bridesmaids. Very important. Make sure you do this. Okay. Propose to your bridesmaids. There are many fun ways to do this. You can do a whole bunch of boxes and really exciting things. We offer that on our website. But, sorry, shameless promotion. But also, you can go and do like just a nice dinner at your house and have like some bubbles and stuff. Because who's honestly going to say no? I don't know. No, anyway. At that same time as you were looking at booking a church and signing up for premarital courses, you should also, at that time, that is also the time when you would book the minister or marriage officer or spiritual person to marry you. Okay? Now, from there, it's about 8 to 10 months around that time, now that you've done all those things, you will now go and look at dress shopping or having a dress made for you. I can't tell you which is better. It's a personal decision. Ready to wear is obviously can be cheaper than having a dress made, or more expensive. It really depends on your personal taste, what you're looking at. But yeah, shop around, really think about it. Okay. Make appointments with the following vendors. Make appointments, book. You're going to want to book photographers, makeup artists, hairstylists, and then while you're booking your photographer, also book a videographer, once again, if you have budget. Okay. Book your DJ or musical ensemble. And remember, musicians are not just DJs. There is like harpists, classical guitarists, what are those things? The marimba bands. Yeah, marimba bands. I almost said mariachi. Yeah, mariachi band as well. There are lots of different things. There are live bands. There is soloists. You really can go to town. And entertainment is not just limited to music as well. You get like fire breathers and belly dancers and all kinds of things nowadays. So feel free. As weddings get smaller due to the pandemic, you have the opportunity to become more personalized and like more interested in the things that you care about. So really consider that. Okay. Oh yes. Now, before you send out the save the dates, because your invitations and your stationery are dependent on your florals and decor. All of that stuff is tied in. So find your floral and decor, have some kind of vague idea of what direction you're walking towards because of your themed vision, which is why you need to get your event stylist and event planner, or just event stylist and day of coordinator on board pretty early on. Then they will go through this. Then you will go and contact your stationery person, and then they will go and create your save the dates and invitation and or wedding website and such for you, okay? But make sure that you have your floral and decor that is all together. I know I have the magazine open, by the way, but I don't agree with all the ways that they've outlined in here. It's very much textbook, and it doesn't account for all the things that, like all the inside knowledge that I've gleaned through my studies and my actual work, nor does it reflect the accuracies that you may be needing. So please don't follow these calendars as like religious Bible. You can mix and match. Okay. When you are dress shopping, either buy shoes on the day you are dress shopping so you can test your shoes with the dress, especially for the fittings, or have shoes already when you go have shoes already when you go for your fittings and stuff so they can make sure everything goes together. Okay? Okay, once you found your dress, you will probably go and do the bridesmaids' dresses. That just makes sense. Go pick out your bridesmaid, your mom-in-law dress, your mom's dress, all that stuff at the same time, or just give them a general color scheme and tell them, go forth. Because the chances of you finding a dress style that makes everybody happy and compliments them all, limited. Yeah. And don't fall prey to the fallacy that, yes, you can just shorten it and wear it again. Ain't nobody wear that stuff again. Okay. So now that you have your bridal outfit and all your, I'm assuming you're going to buy accessories in your own time. Okay. Then you have your outfit, your bridesmaid outfit. You can tell the groom and the groomsmen to go get their outfits. Or you can, obviously you can guide them, but at the end of the day, it is their day as well, and they probably want to choose something for themselves. Okay? Buying rings is up next as part of that. Don't forget to buy the rings. That will also take a bit of time. Okay. From there, you're going to go and choose your cakes. Cakes are lots of fun. 10 out of 10 would recommend going cake tasting. Best thing on the planet. Okay. From there, you can also go look at things like who's doing the speeches, who's going to be my MC. Do not choose someone who goes on for ages. Okay. Number one. That's just really important. Pick the people who you know will speed things along. Okay. If you want to have additional entertainment at your wedding, I should probably have mentioned this earlier, but if you want to have additional entertainment at your wedding, like photo booths and things like that, just add that in while you're booking the entertainment. Go and compile a wedding gift registry. I don't know about you, but if you're... Okay. You may not want a huge wedding gift registry on the other, because you've already been living with your partner and you have quite a lot of stuff already. On the other hand, you may be moving into their house first time and you need quite a bit of stuff, or you just want to have a digital gift registry where everybody donates towards your honeymoon fund, or perhaps you want a charity instead. Everybody donates to a specific charity on your behalf because you feel like you have enough already. There are multiple options, and don't feel like you have to have the traditional thing. Have the traditional buy me a microwave situation if you already own one. You have enough. there are many options to gift registries these days. Okay, by this point you should be about 4 to 6 months away, so time to send out the actual wedding invitations. Okay, it says here have a food tasting, but as I explained, when you go to your venue, many venues already have as I explained earlier, many venues have food packages for you. So when you go purchase that package for the venue and you put your name down for that date, then they will go and discuss with you what type of menus they have on offer, and they will let you know when you can come through for a tasting and all that. So even though that this is about like 3-ish months away, you can do that whenever it's ready. I feel like you need to have the basics down for your wedding first. Just get that down packed. Like where is it going to take place? What are they going to eat? What are they going to drink? Are we going to have midnight sex? How long is the party going to go on for? Just get the basics down, and then you can go for all the frills. You just need to have those little essential items done first. Okay. Then make sure you've had your trial makeup session and that you're actually happy with it. Please don't go for a trial makeup session and just go along with whatever your mom thinks is to go right, or whatever. Like, it's just not for it. Put your foot down. Make sure that when you go, you have a direct session with a makeup artist and hairstylist and everything, and get exactly what you want. Okay, then ensure that you've booked your honeymoon, got everything ready, got all the arrangements, your passports, your visas, everything. If you're going overseas, if you're in pandemic lockdown and you're just going to a local thing, then you probably not need that stuff, but just make sure all the arrangements are there and you know how you're getting from the venue to the location. Okay? And don't feel bad if you're staying at home and saving the money instead. That is also an appropriate choice. A staycation is glam if you want it to be. Okay. Have prenuptial classes. Cannot stress the importance of prenuptial. Have a prenuptial contract. Cannot stress the importance. Prenuptial contracts, my friends. Okay. Decide if you're doing an epic first dance. I know that within the current pandemic there is there is limited dancing available, but like, if it's what you're interested in, it's what you're interested in. Okay. Organized transportation. Most people, when they're getting married now, their ceremony and reception is on the same site. But if it's not, really think about how guests are getting to and from. So, okay. Okay. See, I think some of these things are needless. From there, you're just going to have a couple pre-events for your wedding, which will be as follows. Bridal shower, kitchen, which may or may not include the kitchen tea. Then you have your bachelorette party and or bachelor party. Then you have your rehearsal dinner. Do not forget that, very important. Make sure that on that day of the rehearsal dinner, the bridesmaids, or rather the maid of honor and the groomsmen, both get a sheet with all the contact names and numbers of all the vendors who will be there on that day, so you can get a list of things. They can get a list of people to call should they need it, and also any emergency numbers should anything go down, because you can't exactly be the person to run everything because you're getting married. It's not possible. Okay, then on the day you are literally just going to go there, do your little signing of marriage contract, unless you manage to do it before. Sign your official I'm married thing, unless you did it beforehand, because, woo. And then you get married. Ta-da! And from there, you get to go off and, live happily ever after. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week, Sunday. Bye!